Welcome back. All right, in this video we're going to be talking about using area formulas. So there are only two area formulas we're going to talk about in this video, and that is the area of a rectangle. So here's a rectangle. A rectangle has two dimensions, a length and a width. And if you want to find the area of a rectangle, you're talking about the amount of the inside of this is found by doing the length times the width. So to find the area of a rectangle, you do length times width. We're also going to talk about finding the area of a triangle. When you have a triangle, you also have two dimensions. You have the base, which is the length of this bottom part, and then you have the height of the triangle, which measures how tall the triangle is. If you want to find the area of a triangle, then that formula is 1/2 base times height. These are two standard formulas that you are expected to know in any math class that you take. Area of a rectangle, area of a triangle. So commit those to memory, learn them, and make sure you put them in your mind. For example 1, we want to find an expression to represent the area of this figure here. So what this is, first of all, you gotta know what the shape of it is. This is a rectangle. And then the second thing you gotta know is how to find the area of a rectangle. So we just talked about it. To find the area of a rectangle, we do length times width. The length is the longer side, the width is the shorter side. So the length here is 6x to the 4th. So our area is equal to length times width. So we'll replace our length with 6x to the 4th. And the width here is the 5x to the 3rd. So we'll replace w with 5x to the 3rd. And so what we need to do is simplify this to come up with a single expression to represent this area. So what we would do is we will multiply the 6 and the 5, and then we will put the x's together, x to the 4th times x to the 3rd. 6 times 5 is 30. And so here we end up using properties of exponents, which is what we talked about in the other video. When you have two things with the same base and you're multiplying them, you can combine them by doing what to the exponent? Hopefully you said add. If you said add, you are correct. So you would do 4 plus 3, which is 7. So the area can be represented by 30x to the 7th. So that will represent the area of this rectangle. We will need to know what x is in order to know what the exact area is, but that's just an algebraic expression to represent it. In example 2, we want to do something similar. We want to find an expression to represent the area of the figure. This time we have a triangle, and so you got to know how to find the area of a triangle, which we talked about earlier. That is 1/2 base times height. So what is the base? The base is the measure of the bottom piece, which in this case is 6m to the 4th. So we will replace b with 6m to the 4th. And then the height is how tall the triangle. And so in this case, it is the 3m to the 3rd. So we'll replace h with 3m to the 3rd. And so then we'll calculate this to simplify it and get one single expression to represent the area. So I'm going to put all my numbers together, 1/2 times 6 times 3. And then I'll put my variables together, m to the 4th times m to the 3rd. So 1/2 times 6, so half of 6 is 3, and then 3 times 3 is 9. So that becomes a 9. And then here we have two things that have the same base that are being multiplied. So you can combine those by adding the two bases together. So that becomes m to the 4 plus 3, which is m to the 7th. So the area of this triangle can be represented by 9m to the 7th power. All right. So this is how you will use areas of figures, in particular rectangles and triangles, to come up with the expression to represent those areas. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below. If you didn't understand how we combine these, then you need to go back and watch the other video on power rule and the product rule. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And if you have any questions, put them in the comments below. If the video helped you, hit the like button. If not, I'll see you in the next video.